Hi, my name is Casey Savage, and I'm working with you today. What's your name?
My name's Haley Noss.
Okay, what brings you in today?
Well, just some concerns and just some stresses in my life, and I was suggested a friend.
And I'm so glad you did, Haley. Thanks for coming in to see us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am originally from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I currently attend graduate school, and I'm working towards my master's degree in speech language pathology. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The big picture.
Well, it
Yeah.
sounds like you got a lot going for yourself. That's awesome. So, tell me a little bit more about what are some of the things that have you in for today to talk.
Well, I think the biggest thing is school and just relationships with professors, with um, my roommate, some friends in general, and also ex-boyfriend. So relationships.
Seems like you have a lot of dynamic things going on, a lot of balls to juggle.
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha. And how do you think you're dealing with that?
I think that it's just a lot on. That's the reason I came in today, because it's just a lot on me, and I've tried to just suppress my feelings, or just I thought that venting with my family about it would help, but it just hasn't. So I don't think that I'm dealing. It's not going so well for me.
And what would you say is your ultimate goal from being here and working through some of these issues?
I think my ultimate goal is to change these relationships, friendships, and to not be so stressed and about school, because it's starting to affect other areas of my life, health, and emotional stability, physical, even the areas financial. It's just a lot on my plate. There's a lot going on.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that all these things are sort of starting to take over in a sense. It's just all starting to become too much for you. What would you say is the most critical critical one out of all those that just brings you the most stress, or is the tumbling block?
I would definitely say that school is right now is what brings me most stress. Mostly because of my supervisor, just one. And so she is quite the character.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yes.
Well, I am so glad that you have this sense of knowing about where your stress comes from.
Yes, it definitely stems from that. I mean, there's other factors as well, but I know anytime you're in school, it could be stressful. But she makes it even more stressful, and I want to approach her, and I want to um, talk to her about things, but I don't know the way to go about it, and I just don't even really know if I should or not, even. So.
And that can be a difficult situation of knowing, whether to do something, whether or not, the pros and cons.
Yes, I agree.
So tell me a little bit more about your relationship aspects. How does that come into play?
Well, just with my friends. Some of my friends, they don't understand that I'm in school and I'm very busy, and I may not have that time like I used to talk or come visit or do trips. So that's putting a lot of stress on me. They feel like I'm neglecting them. And then another issue would be my roommate. She tends to lean on me a lot, and she tends to like gravitate towards me, which that's fine. I don't mind helping others, but sometimes I neglect what I need to do while I'm helping her. So I would think that's the major points.
Yeah, that sounds really tough.
Yes.
It seems as though you want to be that strong person for her, since you guys are roommates. And are you guys close?
I would say yes. We recently formed a closer bond. She lives far away from home, and I live closer to home, and I have more people within the area that I can confide in, talk to, and go hang out with and stuff. She doesn't really have anybody there. She's such a closed off person, so I try to be there for her. But at the same time, there's only so much I can do without feeling overwhelmed myself. So.
Yeah. And that's what it sounds like it's doing. It sounds like it's overwhelming you for her to depend on you as much as she has. But you pointed out a good point just then, that you do have a lot of people around you. I caught that you said you had a lot of people around you to support you and to go to. So that's a great benefit right there.
Yeah, I definitely, I agree with that. It's just school takes up the majority of my time, so finding that time to just relax. And then when I do, try to go and confine to them and hang with them and spend time with them, it's just all I'm thinking about in the back of my mind is school and what I got to get done, or even what my supervisor said to me the week before, and just all this stuff running through my head constantly.
Yeah. Is your program, is it a very vigorous program?
Very rigorous. It requires a lot, not just clinic from 8 to 5 every day, then classes from 5 to 8 p.m. And then when I get home, I'm still having to do constant work. And I don't think that necessarily, I don't mind working hard. I think what is the problem is my supervisor. She is making my experience harder for me. And she's a new supervisor, and I feel like she is trying to prove herself. But she is, I believe she's just going about it the wrong way. She has other supervisees, and we all feel the same way, so it's not like it's just me.
And sorry about the noise that keeps going on.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know what that is. But that's a lot to have on your plate. Have you tried expressing your feelings to your professor or anyone else besides your classmate? I heard you say that all the classmates feel the same, and so it's a mutual kind of thing between everyone, that they feel this way. So has something been vocalized or said?
No, we're all too scared. I mean, we talk about it amongst ourselves, but we really, I don't even think that's even been an option for us to go to her and talk to her, because one, we don't think that she would be receptive of what we're trying to say. And even if she did hear us out, and I don't think that she would change her ways. And she can be pretty vindictive sometimes. And we coming in, we all thought that she would be a great supervisor because she's young, she just graduated. And so, we thought that, this is somebody that knows what we're going through right now, and, she'll be a little bit more, she can relate. We can relate to her, she can relate to us, but that was definitely not the case. She got this new position, and so I guess she feels like she needs to prove herself to the older supervisors, because they're much older than she is. And it's some of what the other supervisors are making us do is totally opposite from what she's making us do. She's making us go do 10 times extra. And that's okay. I'm here to learn and I'm here to grow, but But at the same time, if you're putting so much on my plate and you're giving me all this extra stuff to do, like I'm getting a little bit here and I'm getting a little bit there. Like I'm not getting the full picture of what I need to in order to learn about Pacific area. So it's a lot and it's hard to explain, but
That's understandable. So it seems like someone that you thought you'd be able to trust and really depend on in this program turned out to be someone who's completely unrelatable.
yes. And so I remember when we first got our clinic assignments, I was so excited and happy that I got her. And then just that first meeting I had with her, I was like, whoa. And I don't mind putting in that hard work. And that's, like I said, that's what I'm here for. And that's why I'm I'm in schools to learn and to receive more education behind my field. But she can be very I don't feel like I can go and talk to her like I can with my other supervisors. If I'm having trouble with my clients, or I'm just not understanding something, I need more clarification or guidance, I feel like she's not willing to give me that. And she's the type of professors like, let me throw you out here in the ocean and you just swim. And sometimes that I do believe that method works, and sometimes I don't. I feel like you have to have that nice balance, and she doesn't give that to us.
That's unfortunate that you feel that way, especially with it being your first round with a supervisor and having that come across as not having that support or having someone who has your best interest. But I think that there's some things that we can do to try to change that dynamic. Do you not feel that it is important to speak on these things, especially since it's your education and it's your opportunity at risk?
Well, I definitely agree that it's important to speak on the matter, but I'm also thinking about my education when I'm not speaking up either, because I feel like if I was to go to her, it would backfire on me.
So you're fearful?
And yes. I guess you could say. I never really thought about it like that, but I guess you could say that if you think about it.
So do you believe it's the fear of the unknown, or do you believe it's the fear of her?
The unknown. Definitely. And then a lot of the supervisors like to talk and they like to chit chat, and I don't want it going around that I'm the girl up here complaining about things. So I don't want to be the complainer out the group, have that label put on me. But at the same time, maybe I can gain enough courage and bravery to talk to her, a civilized conversation with her, and just express my concerns. But I don't know when that day will be.
Well, that you said that's a goal of yours, is to try to change some of these relationships in your life, change some of these stresses that are in your life and reduce them. So hopefully we can come up with a plan and we can talk through some things, and who knows, by the end of this semester where you'll be at, and maybe the conversation will have occurred. It's definitely a good thing to always keep goals in mind and to try to accomplish those. So if that's a goal that you want, then there's no reason that we can't work towards that.
I agree. I definitely, I feel like that's something that I want to accomplish, is to be able to express my concerns and my feelings more often, no matter what it may be. So.
Well, how about this? How about we work on, for our next lesson that we have together and in our next session, maybe work on some things such as having those conversations with people. When you feel like you want to shrink, maybe instead of telling them right away, writing it down, and then maybe, sort of slowly but surely trying to have those conversations and get some of those things out. Like I said, even if it's not saying it directly to the person, then maybe it's just writing it down and just getting it all out, so you're not internalizing it.
Right.
And who knows, when that opportunity presents itself, maybe you'll already know what to say because you've written some things down and you already know your feelings about the issue. So let's do that for next time. While we're apart, whenever you're feeling something or you feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had, write it down.
I'm definitely willing to give that a try. And I'll try that. I think that's maybe a good route for me, or a good method for me to try out.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that you would like to talk about today, Haley?
No, I think that's it. And just thank you for seeing me today.
No problem. It was my pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay. See you next time.
All right, thank you.